What's up, stream? We're gonna be playing some Minecraft, but I need to eat lunch first, so.
Knocked on the door, no one answered. I pushed the door in, started going from room to room, and found two kids, extremely scared.
And here we have Shaq in the post. They are double teaming him. Pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake. Terrible layup. Green! Ladies and gentlemen, today we are bringing you a video, and I don't want it to turn into a negative or a rant video on 2K19 because I'm going to be honest with you. I think 2K19 is a very, very good game. Obviously, there's things that were wrong with it. They fixed the pushing. They fixed a bunch of stuff. But for the most part, I think we can all agree 2K19 is a solid game. It is much better than last year. And as much as we say we love past 2Ks, as a community, we just we are way too harsh on the developers and stuff like that. They'll give us a good game, and the whole year we'll complain about the game. And then when the next game comes out, we'll talk about how much we loved the last game. But when the last game was out, you were complaining the whole entire year. But anyways, let's get right into this video, okay? In this video, I'm using 99 overall pure post scorer Logic TG's account. I'll leave the link to his YouTube in the description. I appreciate him letting me use the account. But obviously, this was going to be another... I've done like 2 99 overall Shaq videos, and they were both like great, like just, you know, bringing back the post vibes. Obviously, those of you that have been around for a while know in 2K17, my main player was a post scorer. That was literally what I played on the entire year, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I felt like it was unique. It took skill. It was like, you know, you have to know when to drop step, when to fade, when to spin, when to hop shot, when to hook shot, like when to up and under. Like, you had to actually play like a post scorer. This year, I feel like it's just completely broken. Like, you can just speed boost in the post. You can push people in the post. Obviously, takeover is ridiculously overpowered. Now, a little while ago, I made a video about the 3 most overpowered builds in the game, and I said it was stretch big, a post scorer, and a lockdown. And one of the main reasons a post scorer made the list was because of this thing here, takeover. Post scorer takeover. You make 3 or 4 shots, and well, you basically won the game. You can get animations that are literally unstoppable. Look it, you just throw them out of the way. Now, we've all talked about it before, post scorer takeover, it's overpowered, blah, blah, blah. And I think we all agree, and I think they'll make the necessary changes to that. But I wanted to take it a step further and just show you how broken it is, all right? So you have this little speed boost thing in the post, right? So a player that's max weight, max height, supposed to be the slowest build in the game, can move lightning fast when you do this speed boost in the post, which in turn opens up everything. Because of the fact that you can speed boost out of the post, they have to overreact to that. Then you can go to the hop shot and shoot a nice green just like that. But that's not all. We take it a step further. So speed boost in the post, up and under, go up with a contested layup on 2 people and it goes in, okay? But that is not all. Like I said, we're going to show just how broken it really is. And we're just highlighting a post scorer here. There's a lot of examples. I could do it with a stretch big. I could do it with a lockdown. I could do it with a lot of things. So check this out. We're literally just fooling around at this point. Obviously, my teammate is wide open. So I'm like, you know what? Throw it to him. He throws it back. He could have shot that, obviously. We're just fooling around. Check this out. Get stuck. They're double teaming. They're both trying to block it. I'm just pump faking over and over again. I go up with a contested layup. And not only does it go in, but I get a green. I get a green, and then on top of it, I have a 53-pointer, and I can shoot that right in this dude's face.
Alexa, turn on the house lights.
Got a runner.
So, that's just one example. We didn't miss a shot the whole game. 23 points. I want to talk about the last part, the way we ended that game. Shooting a 3. players with a 40 or 50, 60 something 3-point rating should not be able to shoot consistently. Now, I thought this was funny because I was planning on doing the 99 overall Shaq video, and my boy Laker fan ended up being on the court. I didn't even realize he's dressed as Giannis. This dude, Kitchen Be Chillin', is dressed as Durant, so it was going to be like, you know, Giannis and Durant double team Shaq, but it just turned into like me just abusing the way post scoring is in this game, and I just wanted to show you guys, okay? And like I said, I'm not just picking on post scorers. I love post scorers. Like, I was a post scorer in 2K17, even in 2K18. I know I had my stretch, but I also had 2 post scoring builds. I love post scoring, and I do believe it should be one of the best ways to score in the game. You look at the NBA in real life, the top 10 players in NBA history, whatever order, whoever you think it is, they all are good in the post. Even the guards. Think about the guards that would be in the top 10. Obviously, Jordan, Kobe. They were both great post players. Post scoring will always be a part of the NBA. The best players are always able, because post scoring is efficient. It's one of the most efficient ways to score in basketball. So the best players will always be efficient players, which obviously in turn means most of them are going to be good in the post. You know, everyone in the top 10 all time. Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Larry Bird, and then obviously all the centers, Kareem, Wilt, Shaq, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, whoever you have in there. They're all able to score in the post. So I'm not picking on post scores. Post scoring should be one of the best ways to score in the game. But I just think I want it to return back to actually having to score in the post as opposed to just being able to cheese, get 3 layups, get your takeover, and then you're unstoppable. You know, I'd much rather have it be where you have to know when to fade, know when to spin, know when to drop step, know when to up and under, as opposed to holding LT, speed boosting out of the post all game, and just using that to cheese your way to takeover. Now, takeover in and of itself is a good idea. Obviously, getting hot and stuff like that in basketball, players get hot all the time, makes them tough to stop. I get it. It certainly should be in the game. But where I have a problem with it is when it starts completely ruining the balance of the game. And the perfect example is the post scorer, which is why I went with a post scorer to do this video with. The fact that you unlock animations that are unguardable, right? As soon as you're making contact with them, if you spin or drop step, it throws them out of position, like it completely throws them out of the way and you're wide open. I think that's a little bit too much. Now you think about the Grand Badge in 2K17. Obviously, it made your post scorer play a lot better. Now, you see what he's doing here is emoting. That is literally the only way to stop that animation. And I don't think that's what the developers had in mind. Like, oh, we're going to let this post scorer get takeover, and then the only way to stop him from throwing you out of the way is by dancing. I have a hard time believing that was what they were, what their intentions were. But you see the speed boost thing again, just completely broken. It completely changes how you have to guard a post scorer. But like I was saying, the Grand Badge in 2K17, obviously it made your post scorer play much better. You could fade a lot better. Even your drop steps and stuff were more powerful, but it didn't guarantee an animation that got you a bucket. 2K19, that's the case. Spin or drop step, it throws them out of the way, guaranteed layup. Obviously they could double team, but you kick it out, wide open 3, guaranteed bucket. Now I'm not picking on post scores. Like I said, I was a post scorer in 2K17, and I love the post game. I love it in real life and on the game. It's fun, it's unique, it's something different, it's an efficient way to score. But there's certainly things about the post game in 2K19 that are broken, and I'm just highlighting them here. But you can make this argument for a lot of other builds, or at least a lot of other gameplay mechanics on 2K19. And like, I just want to reiterate, I'm not somebody that hates on 2K every year and says how bad it is. I think 2K19 is a good game, but of course there's ways we can improve it, and I'm just highlighting those ways in this video. And I'm using a post scorer as an example, but the same could be said, a lockdown gets a 50 or a 63 pointer, but yet they can shoot consistent green threes. I don't think that should be the case. I think a non-shooting build should be penalized when they're trying to shoot, because otherwise it's completely unbalanced. That's why you have pro-am teams out here running 2, 3, lockdowns in one lineup, because they're not a liability. You can still consistently shoot 3-pointers with them. And to me, I don't think that's where the developers wanted the game to go. I think it just ended up being that way. But part of it is because to me, shooting is a big problem with the game. Every year 2K comes out, they talk about how, you know, shooting is going to be harder. And for the first week, it is harder. And then people complain about how they can't shoot shots. You know, they can't shoot consistent threes. I'm missing wide open. What is going on? And it's like, okay, they want to please the masses, so they make it easier to shoot, which in turn allows people to break the game, because now you have stretch bigs hitting everything. You have, you know, bad release shots are going in. Then you have post scorers with a 53-pointer shooting threes, you know, over people's heads. You have lockdown shooting 80% from three when they have a 40 or a 53-point rating. That's not what the game is intended to be. And I understand they want to make players happy, because that's what's going to make them more money. More people that are happy are going to want to play the game, buy the game, spend VC, all that stuff. I understand the business side of it, but I'm just saying, from creating the most balanced game possible, look at, I don't think I should be able to do that. Like, I shouldn't be able to green that three. And I'm not talking about like, oh, like I missed 10 shots and I finally greened one. No, like I've shot 1 3 and I've greened it. Both games that you've seen in this video. Why am I shooting 100% from three on a player with a 53-point rating? It shouldn't be that way. But I'm just highlighting what's broken. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I enjoy 2K19. But if you disagree with anything that I say, or you just want to, you know, put your input, comment section down below. Comment down below what you think. What is broken about 2K19? How can we make 2K20 the best game possible? Because that's all we're looking to do, really, at the end of the day. I'm not just looking to complain. Honestly, I'm not even complaining. I enjoy the game, like I said, probably 10 times already in this video. I'm just trying to highlight what's broken. And, you know, I understand more casual players might not even know about some of this stuff, but people are abusing this stuff day in and day out, and it honestly is ruining the balance of the game. So let me know what you guys think down below. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I appreciate you watching this video. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll end it off with a heavily contested layup that goes in. Oh my God. If only my stretch big could speed boost. Well, I think we might have found a way. What's going on, YouTube? We are back with another stretch big video. We did one last month, so we figured we might as well bring you one this month. I mean, it is my main player, and we play on him once in a while. But anyways, I've always made the joke, like, let my stretch big speed boost. Stop discriminating against my stretch big. I talk about it on Twitter quite often, and I basically troll and just do it for the laughs. But it really got me thinking, like, what if my stretch big could actually speed boost? I mean, I've already scored 181 points with him in the rec center. I mean, you guys know what I do in the park. It's a little repetitive at this point playing on my stretch big. That's why I kind of like to experiment with these other builds. But when I play on him, I barely ever lose. And I mean, he shoots over people. I can dribble with him pretty well. He's really overpowered. Stretch bigs are really, really overpowered, especially the build that I made. I just feel like he is the perfect blend of what a stretch big should be, and it really abuses the game. My stretch big is the perfect build to abuse the mechanics of this game, and I'll be the first person to admit that. He should be patched, but since he isn't, it is what it is. But I thought, what if he could speed boost? What if he could break ankles and speed boost? Well, I think we found a way. My boy right here, Love Hurts, offered me to play on his playmaking stretch big, who is a 97 overall. And he told me he can speed boost sometimes. When he gets takeover, he can speed boost sometimes he can't. And I already know, like, kind of like the post-scoring shot creator I play on, you know, you just got to get a couple assists and he'll be able to speed boost. You get takeover, as long as you have like 1 or 2 assists plus getting takeover, you'll be able to speed boost. But as you can see, he still gets an 86 open shot 3, which is really, really good. I didn't think it would be that high on a player, you know, that's not a pure shooter. And the 70 ball control, so you get the pro dribble moves, I believe they're called. So you get the good, you know, behind the back and all that good stuff. And you see the badges here, gold shooting badges. The only Hall of Fame he gets is the free throw ace. But the thing that surprised me about this build, you don't get any ankle breaker badge. You see, like, you do get like flashy passer, break starter, dimer, stuff like that, but you don't get ankle breaker. I thought you would at least get bronze ankle breaker, but you don't get any ankle breaker. Very surprising, but check it out. So basically, it's a pure stretch. You have an 86 three-pointer, so that's what some pure stretches get, depending on how you made your build. Mine has a 91 because I went minimum wingspan, but an 86 open shot three, 70 ball control, and you get double takeover. You get stretch big takeover and playmaking takeover. So let's see what this build can do. So the whole goal of these games was to get takeover. Get takeover and try to speed boost on a stretch big. As you can see, power forward, playmaking stretch 4, and he is 6'11" for people that are wondering. Also, I want to mention, Love Hurts is selling this account. He wants to sell it, so I will leave the link to his Instagram in the description. If you're interested in buying it, go hit him up. But check it out. So first game, we're playing an Elite 3 mascot, and he's playing with a Pro 1 sharpshooting rebounder. So I don't know if they're friends or he just hopped on with a random. I don't know. But anyways, the goal is to get takeover. So right away, step back, pull up green. I'm still a stretch big, so I can play like a stretch. But look at, very glitchy right off the rip. I end up getting the ball poked loose. But look at how glitchy that looked. You see the better dribble moves. I mean, woof, he's moving. He is moving around that court on some glitchy type stuff. Now, obviously, not being able to speed boost does make it a little difficult, but as you can see, we can still ISO on a playmaking stretch 4 between the legs, behind the back, size up, kick to the corner after we draw the help. That's green. Like, we're doing our thing, and we have 3 assists, so that is a good sign. Normally, like I said, if you get assists and you get takeover like this, you're gonna be able to speed boost. First play in takeover, step back, between the legs, behind the back, step back, pull up, white, and I sell. But we end up getting the ball back, but by that time I don't have my takeover anymore, so it's kind of a waste of a game. But still, kick out to the corner, he greens that up, and off the next play, throw it over to Cloudy, he pulls up again, and he knocks that down. Cloudy's a sub of mine, and apparently he thinks this video is about him. Moving on to the next game, let's try to get takeover yet again, and we are again playing Elite 3s, a guard and a big man. We're down 8-0 right off the rip, so that's off to a good start, but we end up getting the ball back, and here we go. Throw it down low, Cloudy gets a dunk, we get an assist. Beautiful start. Now, shot clock winding down, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, no stamina, pull up from the corner, knock it down, shooting over those on a stretch big. What else is new? It's 2K19. Cloudy drives in, gets the two-hand dunk. I don't get an assist, so that's not helping me at all. Try to get this takeover. Cloudy drives in, kicks it out. I pull up, that's green. Boom, 5 points, 1 assist. We are 1 shot or maybe 2 shots off a takeover. Cloudy, pump fake, goes up contested and makes the lay-in. Now, you can still shoot those off dribble shots. You still get silver difficult, just like a pure stretch. So as you can see, we go to the off dribble shot in the mid-range there and knock it down. And our moment is finally here. We have takeover already, but we shoot another 3 to get even more takeover. We pop it, and yes, here is the moment. We can finally momentum, and check it out. Boom. First momentum snatchback, we drop this dude. It's just crazy to see, like, that is a stretch big who literally just dropped this dude on his back. That's insane. So very next play, of course, he spams X and gets a steal. But I end up fouling him. We end up getting the ball back, and we're going to wrap this one. By the time we get the ball back, of course, I'm out of takeover. But I drive in, left-hand dunk. 15 points that game. We win the game. We finally got to experience the speed boosting a little. So, like I said, the whole point of it was just to try to get takeover and try to show, like, you really can speed boost. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Maybe it was because I needed more takeover. Maybe I needed more 3s made, more assists. I couldn't really figure out what the reason was. Even the owner of the account, when I tried to talk to him about it, he wasn't really sure. He just said sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. So you see, again, we're playing Elite 3s this game. So we're going to try to get this takeover again and see if we could, momentum and speed boost again, just to keep experimenting with it and see what's going on. So again, we're hitting 3s, hitting mid-range, get it, whatever, just doing whatever we can to get this takeover. Step back, pull up, bang. Now we get takeover again. We pop it, but you're just spamming. Like, as soon as you get takeover, everyone just starts spamming X. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to momentum right there, and I can't. It just makes me go between the legs. I kick it to Cloudy to get the assist. I'm thinking maybe that's the answer, but again, I can't. I'm trying here to momentum, and it just will not let me. I'm like, all right, maybe I need 2 assists. I get my second assist right there, still have takeover, and I still can't speed boost. I really couldn't figure it out. So to me, I mean, just the fact that you can't consistently speed boost and takeover, the build really wasn't all that I wanted it to be. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. If you could, every time I got takeover, if I could speed boost and momentum and break ankles and stuff like that, the build would feel a lot better than how it felt. But the fact that it was so inconsistent, that's 3 games in that you guys have seen, and I got takeover all 3 games, got assists, got everything you would need for playmaking takeover, and I couldn't speed boost 2 out of the 3 games. We got one more game for you here, again, against elites. Every game was against elite 3s, and we didn't really have a problem. Like, the build is still, like, you can still be effective with it by all means, but for me, if I were to make this build and grind it, I'd want to be able to speed boost every single time I got takeover, you know, especially with no ankle breaker badge. The only time you're going to be able to break ankles is in takeover, and obviously the fun part of breaking ankles is being able to combine that ankle breaker with the ability to momentum, speed boost, momentum behind the back, all that type of stuff. But the fact that you know, you can only do it here or there kind of ruins it for me. Now, I'm not saying the build is bad. Obviously, you see us play 4 relatively competitive opponents here, and we won all of the games. I'm not saying you can't win on the build. Of course, you can win on any build. But I'm just saying, for me, if I get takeover on a playmaking stretch, I want to speed boost all the time. You see here, we get it one last time here, and I'm trying to speed boost again, but see, I can't. It just makes me go between the legs. It's not letting me do the momentum. It's not letting me speed boost out of, you know, behind the backs and rhythm dribbles and stuff like that. So to me, the fact that I've played 4 games, gotten takeover every single game, and only been able to speed boost once, to me, it's just not really worth it. Some people, like I said, I remember when I had my post-scoring shot creator, they were telling me, once you get takeover, all you have to do is get an assist, and then you'll be able to speed boost. So, of course, I read some of the comments, and I thought that was true. And it was true sometimes, but as you can see, I have 3 assists here, and it still can't speed boost. So it is what it is, man. But the one game I could speed boost, we dropped that post-scoring rebounder. So it was definitely fun and interesting experiment. But hey, I mean, the fact that you can only speed boost 1 out of 4 games, even when you get takeover, to me just doesn't really feel like it's worth it. But it was still fun to experiment on. Like I said, Love Hurts is selling this account a 97 overall playmaking stretch 4. If you're interested, like I said, his Instagram will be in the description. You can go DM him. You guys can discuss prices. I have no idea how much he wants for it, so don't even ask me. But like I said, these are the stats. If you want to see it one more time, he's got, I believe, almost all the badges except for charge cards. So, you know, if you want to grind to 98 and get mascots or whatever, feel free, be my guest. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.
A ball, my boy. Grab a God, bro, like. Niggas got 2,700.
Just Aubrey. Aubrey.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, stream. I gotta go get a haircut. I'll be back soon. See you guys later. Peace.